and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick, with the City of Hampton's Communications and Marketing Department. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is dogs. So anybody out there who's a dog lover is going to want to stay tuned. My guest is Jennifer Bottone. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
And you're with the Langley Kennel Club.
Yes.
Which is a big and very active organization. So I'm really glad you came. And tell us who you brought today.
This is Riley. Riley is a 5-year-old Tibetan spaniel, which I did breed. My mother and I breed Tibetan spaniels, so he is one of mine. Riley is just starting his show career. So even though he's 5, he is just starting his show career. He has been to shows and he does have points, which is a good thing.
Well, you're going to have to explain to me how this all works because I don't understand. But I do know that Langley has a big dog show every year, and this year's is coming up.
Yes, definitely. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the weekend. We are. It's a 4-day show. So Langley Kennel Club is doing the show on Friday and Saturday, and Virginia Beach Kennel Club is joining us this year, which we're very excited about. And they've got Sunday and Monday. So it is a very big dog show. We're expecting a lot of entries. It's at the Hampton Roads Convention Center, the HRCC, which is just right down the road from here. Mm-hmm. And the show starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it goes to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. So.
And you know, dog shows have just become incredibly popular. Like it started with, I think, the televising of the Westminster Dog Show, but people love to watch it. And you learn about, like, for example, I am completely unfamiliar with this breed, and if I had tried to guess the breed, I would have been wrong. But you know, there's so many different varieties and breeds and temperaments. It's fun. It's fun to be around dogs.
Exactly. Dogs are exciting. They add a lot of things to your life. They give you a lot of, yes, I know, a lot of comfort and a lot of joy. And you're right. And the fact that they're showing more of dog shows on TV, more and more people are getting interested in the sport of dog shows. So.
And so now, do you have both the breed shows and the obedience shows, or any sort of training? What will I find during 4 days of
during
your show?
4 days of the dog show? It's only this year we're only doing confirmation shows. We were not able to do the obedience this year, but so we're only doing the confirmation part, which is basically the beauty contest. So Langley Kennel
I'm glad you said that because I was thinking of saying it and I didn't want to offend
you. Yes, it was basically the beauty contest for dogs. Langley Kennel Club does put on obedience and agility trials, but we're just not doing it at the convention center this year. Okay. So what you'll see is hundreds of different breeds of dogs. Probably close to 1,000 dogs each day will be at the dog show. Many handlers, many people, and again, it's going to be the confirmation. So you'll see the dogs running, like you do on Westminster, the dogs running around the ring and the judges and just the excitement. And
now, can you, as people are prepping for the show and grooming their dogs, can you walk around and see that?
You sure can.
Oh, that's so
yes,
fun.
You sure can. The grooming area, definitely. All the dogs, all the grooming area is going to be around the ring, so you can see everybody doing all the prep work for their dogs, all the handlers. You can see all the dogs, you know, on the grooming tables and in their crates, and just being prepared to get into the ring.
Oh, and so are there different breeds each day? Like I can pick which day to come based on who's showing on that day? Or?
You will show each breed shows every day.
Okay, because you're doing
Correct. Well, each day is a different show. Okay. So each day will end up with a best in show dog. So by the end of the weekend, we will have 4 best in show dogs. So what you'll get is there's a schedule when you get to the dog show. When you get to the dog show, there'll be a schedule that will show you what ring and what time the breeds are being shown.
Okay.
So that you can choose which breed you want to watch.
So how far away do people come for this?
Oh my gosh, this dog show, we have people coming from all over. We have people coming from upstate New York. We have people coming from Florida. We have people coming from the Midwest. It really is a popular dog show. It's basically the venue. I mean, the Hampton Roads Convention Center is just a wonderful venue to have a dog show. It's got everything we need. It's got free parking.
Yay.
We offer free RV parking, so a lot of dog show people travel in RVs.
I bet. Probably saves a little money.
Definitely, and the dogs are more comfortable, you know, and of course you're more comfortable having your own space. So that is good. So we have the free parking. Of course, there's food available at the convention center. There's drinks available. It's a climate control. Of course, it's indoors, so you don't have to worry about the heat or the rain or being cold.
Which is unpredictable on Memorial Day weekend.
Right. So the venue for the dog show people is a great venue. It's a wonderful place for us to be for a dog show. It's one of the nicest places here on the East Coast that we can have for a dog show. So we get a lot of people coming.
So we really can see dogs from all over if we go to this.
You sure can.
Oh, how fun.
You sure can. You can see different breeds of dogs, dogs that come from all over. A lot of the dogs that you're going to see at this dog show are dogs that are being shown at Westminster. So you can recognize, I know, of course, with us being in the dog show business, we recognize handlers and we recognize dogs from being ones that are being shown at the Westminster Dog Show. So we do get a lot of dogs. Some of the dogs that we've seen in the past have gone on to win groups and win very big prizes at Westminster in the future. So we get a lot of the very popular dogs, well-known dogs.
Okay, so now you talked about a point system.
Yes.
Explain how dog shows work and relate to each other. It's like pageants, you're right.
Each dog, to get their championship, they have to get 15 points. And that depends on your points, depends on the breed of dog. The point system sounds confusing, but of course, when you start to understand it, it gets easier to understand.
It's like qualifying rounds.
It's like qualifying rounds. Your dog has to win a certain number of things and has to beat a certain number of dogs to get a certain number of points. And again, the total number of points is 15. The dog within that number of 15, the dog has to win 2 majors, we call them, which is 3 or more points won at the same show. So getting your majors is kind of a big deal because it also depends on how many dogs you beat, and each breed is different. Each breed is different for dogs. There may be a 3-point major in a golden retriever. You may have to beat 15 to 20 dogs, but a 3-point major in Tibetan spaniels, I only need to beat 5 or 7.
Oh, right, because there just aren't as many.
Right, there aren't as many.
So
so when you have a larger number of dogs, it takes that many more to win that many more points.
So how long have you been showing dogs?
I've been showing dogs for 35 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Because you said your mom did?
Yes.
You guys worked together?
Yes, I started when I was in high school, and we started showing. We stared showing a different breed. We didn't have Tibetan spaniels.
They weren't recognized then.
They were not.
Right?
They were recognized in the early '80s. Oh what? So I've been showing. We've had this breed for probably close to 25 years.
So what did you show first?
Norfolk Terriers.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yes. We had Norfolk Terriers. So we did. We showed them.
All right, I've had a Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, they're lovely. They're lovely.
There's nothing with more energy.
There is so much difference between
even my miniature Schnauzer, who's bouncy, doesn't compete with the Jack Russell.
Yes, definitely.
You have to work hard to keep up with that.
Definitely.
I love the small dogs. When they fit on your lap, it's easier. I like the big dogs to visit, but they take up a whole couch. I don't have that much space.
Don't have that much space. That's right. And of course, with the bigger dogs, you can only keep less. You can only have a couple of them. Little dogs, you can have a whole bunch.
And you have quite a few, you said.
I do have quite a few. I do. I have 13 Tibetan spaniels in my house right now, and they're all in the house. They're not outdoor dogs. They all stay in the house. And my mother has 12.
Oh my gosh, how fun. And what a wonderful hobby that binds you two together and has since you were in high school.
It's been so fun. It really has been wonderful, and it was very interesting. I didn't know my mother wanted to show dogs until I mentioned it. I said, gee, Mom, I'd like to do this.
Really?
And she said,
you started it?
Yes, and she was like, what? She said, I've always wanted to do this, So we started like I said, I started in what's called junior showmanship, which is classes that judge how the children handle their dogs. And that's for children.
Important.
That's for children ages 8 to 17, and you're judged. And I'm actually an AKC licensed junior showmanship judge, so I judge the kids. They're judged on your handling skills and how well they present the dog according to the dog's standard to me as a judge. And there will be junior showmanship
classes. So it's really training
as
as much for the kid as it is for the dog.
It is for the dog, right. And the thing about the junior showmanship class is all the dogs entered in the AKC dog show have to be AKC registered, and that is included in the junior showmanship. So your dog has to be registered with the Kennel Club. The dogs that are shown...
So did you already have a dog, or did you have to
We had an Irish setter.
Oh.
So when I was a young child, I actually did 4-H.
That's a big dog, yeah.
And I started in the 4-H with an Irish setter. So, and she was AKC registered, so I was, we were good to go there. The dogs in the junior showmanship class do not have to be intact. They can be spayed or neutered. So a lot of children,
gives you a lot more flexibility for a family dog as opposed to a show dog.
And that's why they do it, so that the families can bring in their family pet, so the child can get introduced into the sport of showing dogs with their family dog, and the dog can be spayed or neutered. Now, all the other dogs in the dog show, in the regular conformation show, have to be intact. They cannot be spayed or neutered.
Now, Langley also does obedience classes and trains owners to train their dogs, right? I mean, you guys have...
Yes, we can. We don't have any official classes.
Oh, okay.
We don't offer the Merrimack Dog Training Club is in the area, and they offer the obedience and the agility classes.
Okay, so now if I have a new dog and I'm not so good at handling dogs and I need to learn about dog training, what is one way to do it?
One way to do this is Merrimack Dog Training Club which is in the area, they offer obedience and confirmation classes. Langley Kennel Club doesn't offer any official classes, but our members are more than willing to help anybody who wants to learn any kind of confirmation training or obedience training.
It's so important. I mean, it really is. A lot of us get pushed around by our dogs, and they begin to rule. And it's important from the beginning to let them know that you're the leader of the pack.
Oh yes, definitely.
And it's a bit of a hard thing to do.
Well, sure it is. I mean, when they're puppies, they're cute and they're adorable, and you want to let them do whatever they want to do. But it is very important that you start from the beginning with some obedience training, just some basic obedience training. With a show dog, with the dog that's in confirmation, it's a little bit of a different training.
I bet.
We don't
It's
start
much
off
more
training our dogs
specific.
to sit, because we don't want our dogs to sit in the dog show ring. So absolutely
didn't even
none
think
of
about
they don't
that.
sit. So none of my dogs know the word sit. None of them. They know the word stand. But so it's a little bit of a different training. Now, a lot of people who have retired champions, so dogs who have finished their championship, they go on to do obedience training, and they go on to do agility, and these dogs do wonderful in it because
And
they're
that's beautiful
so
to
used to it.
watch.
Oh, it's
Oh my
so
gosh.
fun. It's so fun. I love watching it. I personally don't have any dogs that do it yet because I'm lazy.
Well, you can only do so much. Let's be honest.
It takes a lot of time. It really does. But it is really a fun sport to watch.
So how many dogs are you personally showing now? Is it just one at a time, or do you have, a couple of
I am
dogs?
actually, it actually depends. Right now I'm actually showing 2 of my own dogs at the same time. I'm showing Riley, and I have a girl, a very young girl at home that I'm showing, an 18-month-old girl. And I also show one of my mother's dogs for her too. So right now I'm actually going to be at the dog show this weekend with 3 dogs.
3 dogs.
Right.
Oh, that's so fun.
And on
That's
Saturday
busy,
at the
though.
dog show, it's very busy, very busy. Saturday at the dog show, we're doing what we're calling a gray beard or a gray muzzle parade. So we're asking people to bring in their dogs that are 7 years or older to do this parade. And all right,
He's so
hop down.
restless. Poor thing.
Hop down. And I'm actually going to be bringing a 14-year-old dog with me on Saturday to do.
Hello.
But that should be fun. So we're going to have a little bit of write-up. So if you bring your old dogs out, the age of the dog and the breed of the dog and any other accomplishments that the dog has done. There's a lot of these dogs that go on to do therapy work too.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
I know there's a program at the Hampton Library where kids read to dogs.
Yes, it's a wonderful program.
It's so cool because the dog's not going to judge you when you mess up a word.
The dog doesn't care.
Kid feels a lot more confident.
Exactly. And if you get one that's a little bit calmer than Riley, they'll sit and they'll listen. They'll listen to, bless you, they'll listen to the child read, and it's so good for the kid.
Well, that's wonderful, Jennifer.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming by. And let's just remind people, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend.
Every year.
Every year at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. It costs $5 admission.
Hey, that's a bargain for a whole day.
But military and all their military dependents get in for free.
Oh, that's a double
Yes.
bargain. We have so many military
definitely,
independents here.
Definitely.
It's a great way to spend the weekend.
Yes, and again, it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. We do break for lunch, and then the groups will start probably around 2. And the groups are what you usually see on TV.
Okay.
So there's 7 different groups, so you can watch those.
That sounds
And there's
wonderful.
chairs available, but you can bring your own if you want. We do ask, though, that you leave your dogs at home.
Yes, this is only for the show dogs.
Right, it's only for dogs that are actually entered in the show.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you for inviting us.
And thank you for watching. I hope if you are a dog fan or if you enjoy the pageantry of the show that you will come out on Memorial Day weekend and support the Langley Dog Club. Thank you so much.